Hey guys, how's it going? OSCO here, back with another video. Today I'm going to be breaking down how to make pads in Serum. So I've got an example here that I'm going to just demonstrate, and then I'm going to remake one from scratch. It won't sound the same, but it's just the basic principles of how to make a pad. So here I've got an example. So the differences between designing a pad and a base really aren't too dissimilar. So I'm going to whack open a new Serum and basically just show you how it's done. So that there's different ways of synthesizing different pads. So in this example, it's mainly going to be wavetable because I'm using Serum. Just make that default so you know which one's the new patch and which one's the other one. So let me just make this real big so you guys can see. So straight away, first thing I'm going to do is choose a more complex waveform. So this one. Turn that down a little bit. So with pads, like if you want like a dark sort, because pads tend to be quite low. They're not quite as low as bases, but they fit in that, 300 to 2K region usually. The pads that I make do anyways. So we just play off of an F, and basically it's all about your envelope shape and then how you map everything to the envelope. So you want like a relatively long attack, like about a second, and then you want it to come down a little bit on the sustain so it mellows out once the note's been hit, and then you want a pretty large release on there so that it just sounds a bit more smooth. Now what I like to do is use two pretty complex wavetables and then FM one from the other. So let's go into the massive wavetables. So metallic string sounds cool. So we'll go off of this. Let's give that one a listen. Okay, cool, this can work well. So we'll FM that from B, turn this down, and then we've just got, so we want this one to be higher, so we get that FM sound. And then what we want to do is, over the course of this waveform, modulate this. You don't really want to go over 12 o'clock because then you'll get some crazy FM. You want to do it to the point where it doesn't like really go into the crazy bit. There we go, that'll do. Now we've got this filter. It's very harmonic. Like now this patch is pretty harmonically dense. So we'll put this on the wavetable position as well. So we've got a little bit of morphing going on. And then we'll put one on the wavetable position of this one as well. And find a point where you're comfortable with, where it's like really harmonic, and then what you want to do is put an FM on top of the wavetable of oscillator B as well, so that set its trigger mode so that it resets every time you play. If you want it to be, in sync with like the music that you're doing, you can turn it off and have it just off in general, so it just plays randomly, and then even turn the BPM off so you've got some out of sync morphing. So you can put that on the wavetable, and then so you got a bit of movement in there. I'd say probably do it for the first oscillator as well. So you might be thinking like, okay, this doesn't sound like a pad at all, like what's going on? Now, if you bring down this filter all the way and set the envelope on here, and you play like at higher notes. So you don't want it going too high. You don't want too many of those harmonics in there. So that'll work nicely. Then what we can do from here is maybe even add the LFO onto this, bring that down. So we've got a little bit of morphing going on. Now what we can do is play about with spatial effects like reverbs, maybe a chorus, an EQ if it still needs a bit of brightening up in the high end. I'll just drag this chord over here because I haven't got my push set up at the minute, but and that's basically how you make pads. Yeah, I guess like the fundamental thing for going about and making a pad is just having something that's harmonically dense. So just choose a wavetable that's crazy and sounds, it's got some good movement to it. So if I turn off all these effects and go deconstruct this patch, then you want to make sure that if I remove all the modulators and turn this down again, you want to make sure that it sounds nice, like sweeping through it, because when you take away those harmonics, you're going to hear, if you use a poor wavetable, you're going to hear the chuffing in the low end, and 9 times out of 10 that's pretty undesirable. So, and then you also want to make sure that the one that you're FMing sounds nice as well. So there's no artifacts in that one. So that's pretty much it. You just base everything off of one. You get the envelope right, so it sounds like a pad, and then you just have something modulating, so it doesn't sound static. And then you can play about with different plugins and reverbs and stuff. Like if you want a suggestion for a reverb to put on pads, the Valhalla stuff's really popular. Their plugin Shimmer is amazing. So this plugin called Valhalla Shimmer, it's a relatively cheap reverb plugin, and it's great for pads and stuff. So if I go back to the demo pad and just play that, so even though we've put reverb on this in Serum, like it sounds nice with the extra with this plugin on it, because it's not just a reverb. It basically like pitches things around and makes things. It has like this feedback knob where you can like dial in how much of this like airy, ethereal sound you can put into it. So if I hit play on that, you can hear that ringing out now. It's Lush. If I bring up this feedback knob, and even on like 100% mix, it sounds lush. And yeah, give it a go. Put that, like, if you're looking for something to take your pads to the next level, like, that is a really cool plugin. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video today, guys. I'll be back every day with a new video, so get subscribed, hit the like button on this video, and leave a comment for any future video suggestions. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace.